Well, Max, let's just go briefly back to the other night. Not the result that the club wanted, but as an evening, as an experience, how was it for you?
Yeah, no, it was a good experience. Obviously, putting yourself up against some of the best players in the world it's going to be a challenge. But it was one. I thought we gave it a good go and showed how we wanted to play. We didn't just sit off and let them try and dictate as much. But yeah, they're going to have a lot of the ball. But yeah, we give it a good go, and then, yeah, it was a good night for us.
Yeah, and for all that, you didn't actually have that many saves to make. But one thing that was clear, a couple of the goals, and the finishes, it's, talking top quality stuff there, stuff where you're not going to get close to it, even though De Bruyne is 25 yards out.
Yeah, no, that just shows you the gap in quality and where we want to get to. So yeah, you have minimal chances and end up taking them. So yeah, they've obviously got world-class players, and yeah, they showed that.
Absolutely. And for you, just before that, your new deal, I'd imagine very happy to get that one done and sorted for the next foreseeable future, really.
Yeah, of course. It's something we've been chatting about really since I've had a bit of run in the team. So yeah, delighted to get that done, and yeah, I'm happy here and enjoying my football. So I thought it'd be silly not to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it shows you how quickly things can change when you're given an opportunity, isn't it? At the start of the season, you're not really involved, and now you're here for the foreseeable and hopefully number one.
Yeah, it all changes quickly in football. So yeah, it's nice to be playing, and like I said, I'm enjoying it, and yeah, happy as it is now. Yeah.
Because there must have been times, maybe not this season, but in the past, where you're thinking, am I going to get my chance? Am I going to have to move away to get the first team opportunity that I think I deserve?
Yeah, I've had my loan spells and gone out and played games. So my goal was to play here, and started to do that. So just need to keep hold of the shirt now and try and play as much as I can, help the team build on performances of late, and try and get us up that table and where we want to be.
Yeah, it's certainly going well. And when you look around, and Tuesday, I think there were 5 academy players in the starting 11. Something like that. You played a lot of football with over the years, I'm sure, in youth teams as well. That's got to feel special when you spent such a long time playing alongside some of these guys.
Yeah, we were saying I hadn't actually played a lot of football with him until last year, probably. So yeah, it's nice to have that relationship off the pitch as well as on the pitch. So yeah, we get on well, and all the boys get on well together. It's a good group. The spirit's good. We enjoy playing football together. So that obviously helps.
And I guess after such a big match against Man City, coming up against a local rivals in a big derby is probably not a bad next game, is it?
Yeah, it's one we want to bounce back with the result. Of course, we didn't get through to the next round, but we can take stuff from the performance and take that into Saturday, and it should be a good game. It's always an interesting fixture, so hopefully it goes our way.
I think goalkeepers tend to get more grief than a lot of the outfield players, just because you're stood close to the fans for a section of whatever match it is. How do you sort of block out all the chants I'm sure you'll be getting?
Yeah, well, I've had it in front of 40,000. I've had it in front of 4,000. So sometimes a bit harder when there's less people there. So just laugh it off. Didn't really listen to it too much. It's all right.
Does it almost become, when you get that many people, it almost become easier to block out? It's almost noise rather than that one person shouting something that might get your attention for a moment.
Yeah, maybe. It's all the same either way, I think. So yeah, it's part of the game, and it's just people trying to have a bit of a laugh sometimes. So yeah, it's still fun games.
Absolutely. And 12 matches unbeaten before midweek, and you can almost sort of separate that one out. And actually, your form in the Championship since just after Christmas, if you can keep that going, well, who knows what the rest of the season could bring for you.
Yeah, just taking it each game as it comes and trying to get the results to match the performances. Now, obviously, we've been a lot more solid, I think, the last 10-12 games. So yeah, trying to get those results, and a few of those draws, turn them into wins, and the picture looks a lot different. But yeah, we're taking it as it comes and not chasing too much. But just looking forward to tomorrow.
So you're not spending too much time sort of poring over the table and working out, okay, this could happen.
No, you can't. Whether it's you're down the bottom or you're near the top, I think it's something you obviously have to be wary of. But yeah, just taking it. Each game's that you want to win every game. So going into it with the same mentality tomorrow.
Superb, thank you, Matt.
How has the team become more solid? Because obviously there's been the system change from a back three to a back four, but there must be other stuff that's happened in kind of from your position in goal, seeing everything. What do you think has been fundamental to the change?
I just think that change in mentality. Obviously, you know you conceding goals, so it's something you don't want to be, but you've got to make that conscious effort to really knuckle down and keep the ball out of the net. And I think towards the beginning of the season, we were very good between both boxes, and then just in both boxes it probably let us down a little bit. But the boys have shown a lot of commitment. You see how many block shots there are every game, stopping crosses, and obviously that's a big thing for us. And I think they brought that to the game. Obviously the system change might help a little bit just with the players that you've got, but I think either way, it could have happened either way. We could have stayed in the 3 or a 5, and you might have had that change as well. So not sure whether it's down to that, whether it's the players. You never know, but there's nothing too drastic that I've seen. Just that willingness to keep the ball out the back of the net and be a bit more solid. It's been really good.
Do you lead that in any way? Like, are you, as you're playing more games, you're becoming more confident, more comfortable, and therefore are telling players to do things that they should be doing more often? Is that fair, or have you always done that?
Yeah, I've always tried to do that, so I'm not scared to say how I feel, and everyone's the same as they can take it. If you give it, you've got to take it as well. So just know it's coming back at you if you're doing something wrong. Yeah, that comes with games and knowing where you want people and what their strengths are, how they play, and getting the best out of each other. And I think the understanding's there now of what people need and what we can get out of each other as well.
Because I guess, I know you're pals, but you and Zach have put them in shouting at each other for quite a few years now.
Yeah. We give it, especially in training and stuff as well. If stuff's not going right, we're not afraid to have a go at each other. Everyone is. I always say, the more what you do, the less I have to do. So that makes me happy. And we have a little laugh about that. But everyone's they're good at taking criticism, and we're good at. It's not just criticism. It's constructive as well, which is good. It's got to come across in the right way.
How do you think you've changed as a goalkeeper? On a technical side, more than anything, like what do you think you're kind of doing now that maybe you weren't doing a season or two ago?
Just having that bit more like no fear really of coming for things. I think I've been a bit more dominant when the ball's been in the air, trying to sweep up a bit more. It's a tough thing to do, saying sweep up and be that sweeper keeper, because you can only affect what's thrown at you. You can't go chasing. It's the hardest thing for a goalkeeper. You can't go out and actively try and change your game. I think that area probably is the main one. I think just being a bit more confident and thinking, if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. It's not the end of the world. Like everyone's gonna make mistakes. So yeah, having that positive mentality or that positive intent more to go and affect things when I can.
Was that a conscious thing, or was it just something that as you've got older and played more games that you've just naturally? Was it something you thought I have to do? Yeah, no, I knew I needed to be more dominant. I think there's a few goals last year, probably a question myself, and maybe the gaffer said to me, have a look at that, what do you think? And he said it to me, go and be positive, go and make a difference in and around that 6-yard box when you can. I'd rather you come and make a positive mistake than stay and not know. So yeah, just that, having that back in and knowing that he's in the same picture and the same frame of mind as me is good. And it might seem a bit of a stupid question, but how have you stayed patient? Because it's been a long time since Max O'Leary came through as a teenager, and there was this big goalkeeping talent everyone was quite excited about, and it's been a long time, and now you are number one. Yeah. How have you stayed patient during that? that time?
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I think obviously I've had those loans and they help break it up a bit. COVID probably didn't help me as much. I might have liked another loan after I went to Shrewsbury. Probably needed it rather than sitting on the bench for a year. Hinders a bit when you're 24, 25. It's probably not the best thing to be doing, sitting on the bench for a year. So yeah, just cracked on. I've always worked hard. We've had good groups of goalkeepers, no matter who it's been. Starting off with Frankie all the way through to Bent. So I've seen a lot of goalkeepers come and go, and yeah, it's always been a good group. And yeah, I've just tried working hard, and hopefully that chance will come, and yeah, it's come now. So yeah, just trying to really make it my own.
Because there must be times, obviously, where you considered, is it going to happen?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think anyone in the same situation probably would have thought the same, but I knew I was good enough. I knew once I got in, I could make a difference and really stamp my authority in it. Obviously, last year I had a little run and obviously came out of the team, got injured at Swansea, and that was the first time I've really come out of a team through injury or through myself or sort of bad performance. So I thought I was actually doing okay. The team probably wasn't doing great. I had some good performances, some not so good, and yeah, it was just a bit frustrating, I think, for everyone last year. But as you can tell, this year it's a bit more solid. The record's probably a lot better in stats and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just had to be patient, but yeah, glad it's turned out how it has.
Just finally, on the concept of like the table and what can be achieved and trying to sort of compartmentalise games and not look for are there some players like you, I would imagine, are one of the more level-headed members of the squad. Are there some people who are kind of a bit more excitable about that sort of thing than others, or is everyone kind of on the same page?
No, everyone's sort of on the same page. Like, as I think we're 13th at the moment. Like, you're looking to get in that top half, and once you get in that top half, then you start looking. You think, right, next one's getting into the playoffs. So yeah, long way to go. A lot of football to be played. Like, things have got to happen in our favour, and obviously, first thing we've got to go out and put the performances in. So yeah, you never know, but we're just taking it each game as it comes.
Cheers, Max.
Yeah, no worries.
Good evening, Max.
Hiya.
I know he's the part of the club in January, but how much of an influence was Dan Bentley on you? Because obviously, as a goalkeeper, you're working mainly with perhaps two other goalkeepers in the goalkeeper coach. I was just wondering, obviously, him as a club captain, what sort of influence he had on you?
Yeah, bench was great for me. It provided a lot of really good competition. Honestly, when he first came, I was out on loan, so I only saw him for a few days, and coming back in and saw how well he was doing. He had a great season the year that I was out, and being second choice to him almost in that first year that I was back here after COVID was it was frustrating, but he's a really good goalkeeper. He deserved that move. He's had a great career so far, and I know he'll want to go and push on now and play in the Prem. So yeah, he's been great for me. Pick up little bits from different goalkeepers, and certainly things that I've taken from his game that I can try and implement in mine as well.
And what's it kind of been like with Nikita as well? Is he a different type of goalkeeper, and what kind of balance that been like so far for you?
Yeah, everyone's different goalkeepers, and it's interesting to see how people work and how they go about day-to-day stuff as well. So yeah, Nicky, he's a great guy. First of all, he's a really nice person. So you want to bring that sort of player into this environment, and he's been great for our group. He had a couple of weeks at the beginning where he hadn't obviously trained for 6-7 weeks, so just to get up to speed. But now he's flying and he's looking really good in training, and it just keeps that competition healthy in the group, which is nice.
Obviously, we're near the tail end of the season. We do have an international break, but would you say the island number one, or at least the calling out the squad, is that there's 3 goalkeepers playing regularly in the Premier League. You're playing regularly. Would you say it's very tough to get in because there's so many good quality goalkeepers for Ireland?
Yeah, there's a good young crop, and obviously the lads that were in there last time, they've been playing in the Prem and doing well. So to be in that bracket of trying to compete with them is obviously great. And from the experiences that I've had going out there, it's been really good and refreshing to see that different standard. Obviously, we saw a bit of it the other night, and that step up again then international football's is great. And to train with those sorts of players, it's going to be tough to get in, but I believe that if I can churn up performances that I am and be consistent, then hopefully I can be in and around it.
And then just lastly, the Manchester City game was obviously a great occasion, and it was a very carnival atmosphere. Is having a sold out Ashton Gate and kind of brushing shoulders against the likes of Green or something like that, is that kind of a motivation up for the whole squad to try and make that a regular thing and obviously get into the Premier League as the end goal, knowing that all the events around them and the atmosphere that was there?
Yeah, I think that sort of answers it for itself, doesn't it? Like, you want to be playing like that every week, and to be fair, the fans have got behind us since we started turning results around a bit. I understand it's frustrating when you're losing and probably not playing so well. So yeah, for them more than anything, it was a nice little reward to have the likes of Man City come to Ashton Gate, and they create a great atmosphere. And those nights are special. I know my family loved it, and they'll remember that for the rest of their lives. So yeah, no, it's something we want to do week in, week out, and hopefully we can get there.